Okay, Wildcats. Today we're looking at Friday, April 20th, add, subtract, multiply, divide polynomials on page 75. If you would, update your table of contents. All right, now your table of contents are updated. Let's take a look at our notes. All right, add, subtract, multiply polynomials on page 75. Add, subtract, and multiply polynomial steps. Step 1, distribute. Step 2, combine like terms. Step 3, write in standard form. Little note, standard form is written highest degree to constant. Okay, so if you would, update your notes. Now your notes are updated. Let's take a look at the examples. All right, so here, step 1 is distribute, but really there's just ones in front of the parentheses. So when you distribute by 1, you just get 3x squared plus 7 plus x and 14x cubed plus 2 plus x squared minus x. So you can ignore the parentheses, and now we just look at combining terms. So let's start by putting all the terms together. So 14x cubed, that's, remember, we're doing highest to lowest. Now I look if there's any other x cubed. And I am actually going to shade this out as we go along so I can see what we've used. All right, there's no other x cubed, so now we do x squared. So 3x squared. And again, I'm going to shade them out as I go so it's easier to see what I'm looking for. Plus 1x squared. Okay, now I have a plus x, a minus x, a plus 7, and a plus 2. All right, so there's nothing to combine with x cubed, so 14x cubed. We combine 3x squared and 1x squared, that's plus 4x squared. X minus x cancels, and then 7 plus 2 is 9. And that is simplified. All right, so now let's take a look at example 2. So again, we're going to distribute first. When we distribute by 1, we just have 1 minus x squared. But now here we distribute by negative 1, so that becomes negative 3x squared minus 2x plus 5. I'm going to go and put a 1 there. Now remember, we write these from greatest to, or highest to constant. So I'm going to go ahead and put negative 1x squared first. And again, I'm going to mark these kind of out as I pull them. And then minus 3x squared minus 2x. And then 1 plus 5 is plus 6. All right. So combined terms, that's negative 4x squared minus 2x plus 6. And that is simplified. All right, now let's take a look at example 3. So we distribute first. So here, 5 times 2 is 10. When you multiply exponents, you add them. So x squared times x cubed is 2 plus 3 is x to the 5th. And then 5 times negative 8 is negative 40. X squared, this is a 1. So 2 plus 1 is 3. So x cubed. All right, example 4. So here, we're going to FOIL, I guess you could call it. So 1x times 1 is 1x. 1x times 3 is 3x squared. 1x times negative x squared is negative 1x cubed. Now multiply by FOIL negative 2. So negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. Negative 2 times 3x is negative 6x. And negative 2 times negative is a positive 2x squared. So now we're going to combine terms from highest to constant. So then start with negative 1x cubed. And then looks like plus 3x squared. Plus 2x squared. Plus 1x minus 6x minus 2. So then you have negative 1x cubed 3x squared plus 2x squared is plus 5x squared. And then 1x minus 6x is negative 5x. And then minus 2. All right, so example 5. Now, I've shown you one way to kind of FOIL, and I did it in a row. Let me show you another way, but we're going to do it vertically. It's kind of cool. So 2x squared times x squared is 2x to the fourth. 2x squared times negative x is a negative 2x cubed. 2x squared times 1 is plus 2x squared. Now that was when I FOILed here. Now I'm going to FOIL with 3x. So 3x times 3x times x squared is 3x cubed. Notice I'm lining up the cubes. Okay, 3x times negative x is negative 3x squared. And then 3x times 1 is plus 3x. Okay, so by doing that, I'm already setting it up to be combined. Okay, so now we distribute by negative 5. So negative 5 times x squared is negative 5x squared. Negative 5 times negative x is a positive 5x. And negative 5 times 1 is a negative 5. So now we just combine terms. So we have 2x to the fourth. That becomes plus 1x cubed. That's negative 8 plus 2 is negative 6x squared plus 8x minus 5. All right, so now we're going to FOIL this and then subtract that FOIL. So then x times 2x is 2x squared. X times 5 is plus 5x. And then negative 3 times 2 is negative 6x. And then negative 3 times 5 is negative 15. Minus, we're going to FOIL this. So x squared times x is x cubed. X squared times negative 6 is negative 6x squared. 1 times x is plus 1x. And then 1 times negative 6 is negative 6. So now we're going to distribute the negative 1. So we have 2x squared. And we can go ahead and combine terms. 5x minus 6x is negative 1x minus 15. And we're going to distribute negative 1. So it's negative 1x cubed plus 6x squared minus 1x plus 6. So now we're going to go from highest to constant. So then that's negative 1x cubed. And again, see, I'll mark them out as we go so it's easier to see what we have. So then plus 2x squared plus 6x squared minus 1x minus 1x minus 15 plus 6. So then we have negative 1x cubed. 2x squared plus 6x squared is plus 8x squared minus 2x minus 9. All right, so at this point, if you understood the example, start working on the assignment. If you had trouble with examples, then you'll be working with me on the assignment in class on Friday. So with that, have a wonderful Wildcat day.